Hi, so this is going to be a quick demonstration video of the operation of the 2004 Fleetwood Fiesta. So show you how things work. We're going to start with extending the slide. When we extend the slide, over in the corner here, we have the automatic jacks, which are just down to the left of the steering wheel. It's going to be important you move your seat forward prior to extending the slide, so move it forward. You're going to click the on button. You're going to extend the jacks that are at the lowest point. So if the front end of the truck is low, you're going to start with the front end. So you're going to press the front jack button. You'll hear them lower. And they'll hit. And we're going to extend the rear jacks. Now you can level off left and right side using the buttons on the jack. I'm on pavement right now, so I have nothing underneath the jacks. However, if you're on a soft surface, there are wooden blocks underneath in the carrier that you can use underneath to support the jacks. All of this needs to be done with the truck turned on. So next we're going to reach up above here, which is right above the door. And you'll notice there's a battery disconnect. If you do have problems and you notice something's not working, it's most likely your battery disconnects are turned off. So make sure they're turned on. And on the right hand side, you have the slide room control. So you're going to verify there's nothing beside you and there's lots of room to extend the slide. And then you're going to extend the slide by pressing the out button and holding it. We'll just wait for the bus to pass. You're going to extend the slide until it gets all the way out. And it's nice and secure out. So right now, you're set up, the slide's open. You can turn the truck off from this point. Turn off your lights. And now the features of the RV, underneath the couch here, it's your traditional fold-out double bed. You simply pull it out, extend it like your pull-out couch. The dinette also turns into a bed. So you're going to pull off the bars here. The tabletop will sit in between the two sides. And you're going to use the cushions to make your bed. Over here you're going to have your main control panel. So you're going to have all your tanks here, so your fresh water, gray water, black water, your propane, your main battery power, and your auxiliary power. When you are dry camping, you're not hooked up to any services, you'll need your water pump turned on, and your water heater is an electric. Simply press the water heater button and it'll automatically turn on. If you are hooked up to a city water source, you do not need the water pump turned on. So we are not hooked up to anything, we're using our fresh water tank, so we'll have the water pump turned on. Here's your thermostat. It's a dual thermostat with 2 air conditioners. So to use the air conditioner, you do need to be hooked up to a 30 amp service, or we'll show this right now as well. To the right of the steering column, you'll see the generator button. So you're going to hold down the on button, and the generator will turn on. To turn off, you simply press the lightning bolt button, and it'll turn off. So we'll keep it on just to kind of demonstrate some of the other things the RV has. So we'll go back to the control panel. So if you want to run the air conditioner, you're going to set your thermostat, and you can click down to your auto cool, high cool, or low cool. Right is the right hand side will be the one air conditioner, left hand side will be the other. For heat, it's just the one side, the one furnace. Turn on your heat, set your temperature. You'll hear the furnace turn on. To turn off the furnace, you simply click the off button. You'll hear the fan continue to blow until it cools off, and then it'll shut off again. Take a step into the bathroom. So again, we have the water pump turned on, so our water will come out. RV toilet, it's your traditional toilet. On the right hand side of the toilet, there's a handle to fill up the water. You're gonna pull it halfway. And for a flush, you pull it the full way. It's important to only use RV marine toilet paper in the toilet. Nothing else goes down that drain. Move on to the fridge appliance. So the fridge is, we can turn it on with the on button, and you can either set it to automatic or to gas. On automatic, it's going to pick the most efficient fuel source, whether that be electric, like right now as we have the generator on, or it'll choose gas if there's no electricity. And freezer and fridge. Microwave will work on your 30 amp power, or if you're plugged into 15 amp power, or if the generator is running. If the generator is not running, this will not be able to be used. Your stove, electric stove or gas stove, so it runs off the propane as well. Simply use a lighter, turn on the on switch, and you've got the stove on. Sink is the same use with our water pump. So our water pump's turned on. So we have our water running. Okay, we'll move on to the outside. I'll bring the keys. So these are the underneath storage compartments. This is where your the wooden pallets are going to be located for the jacks. This is your hot water heater. It gets very hot. Watch your hand on the side of here. This is going to be your furnace exhaust, and this hose here is your condensation from the refrigerator. Underneath here is where your barbecue is located. You have an outdoor RV mat, as well as the silicone spray, which I'll demonstrate later. And there's going to be extra propane in here as well for the barbecue. Important on this end, the license plate. You'll pull down the license plate, and this is where you fill up on your gas. It is a gas truck, so it only takes gas, no diesel. On the side here, I filled it up already. So this is our fresh water. So you can fill up fresh water, and this is your holding tank that you can drive around with. Or if you're hooking up to a municipal water source, you hook up directly to here, and again, you do not need the water pump turned on at that point. Underneath here is going to be the generator. There's really no need to go inside here. It's just for maintenance only. Here's going to be your electrical supplies. So if you can peek inside here, you'll see that this is the plug for the generator, and the RV is plugged into the generator. When you're hooking up to another power source, you can pull the cord out directly. And this is a 30 amp plug, so you can plug it into 30 amp. If you only have 15 amp, your traditional household plug, you have this converter, which will plug into it, and you can plug directly into an electrical outlet. Always remember when you put it back in, to plug it back into the generator. And put the hose back away. As a rule of thumb, I always lock every single door that I open. That way when you're on the highway, you're not going to have anything flapping when you forget to close it. Underneath here is going to be all your sewage and water hoses. So you'll see here, this is going to be your hose for emptying your sewer. This end here will attach directly to the sewer outlet, and this end you can dump into the sewer. They have these nice plugs on them to keep the smell inside when you're traveling. And when you're hooked up to this and you're ready to dump at a sewer location, here, this black valve under here is going to be your black water tank. So when you're hooked up, you open the black water tank, and then we'll go to the other side. right underneath here is your gray water valve. So you're going to open up your black water first and then open up your gray. You're going to empty the tanks and then you can close them and put the cap back on the sewer outlet. Inside here we have the garden hose that'll be used to hook up to any municipal water source. And all these compartments are all the same key. They will be the silver key. They're a universal RV key. And underneath here again we have some more of the blocks and some other tools in case you needed to change tires, etc. Come around to the front of the RV. Should you need to add windshield washer fluid, it's going to be located on the far right here. And checking your oil dipstick is back here. I suggest we check all fluids whenever you take the RV on a trip. So head back into the RV. Oh, and before we go, in behind the door here will be your propane tank. Your propane tank, this is your on, so the valve is opened and closed. When you get them filled up at a propane station, they'll close it and they'll open up the fill valve and be able to fill it directly there. Some other features of the RV. Above here, you have the inverter. So you can turn the inverter on. This inverter is hooked up directly to the plug that is to the left-hand side of the driver's seat. And that will allow the battery to be converted to 12 volt, from 12 volt to 120, and you'll be able to run, charge your phone or anything else you need. And that is also hooked up directly to the TV. So if you wanted to use the TV, there is a DVD player above. You can bring it down, hook it up directly to the tube TV, and it'll run right off the truck battery. These seats swivel. So they're going to swivel all the way around and be able